In a dramatic twist that sent shivers down many spines, Greenland's top leader stood up and said it's time to draw the line. When President Donald Trump floated the idea of sending soldiers to claim the island, the response was swift and clear: enough is enough. The declaration echoed over icy plains and stormy seas, leaving everyone to wonder if the calm of the North was about to be shattered. What new chapter is about to be written on these frozen shores? Not one to sit back quietly, Prime Minister Mutijid quickly gathered his fellow political heads. In a hushed room filled with murmurs and determined glances, they crafted a plan to push back hard against the American proposal. Every word and gesture spoke of a united front ready to protect their home. Could this be the spark that changes the game forever? With equal parts disbelief and resolve, Ejid pointed out that the U.S. leader had once again brought up the idea of taking over their land. "He keeps talking about annexing us," he said, his voice a mix of frustration and firmness that rippled through the room. His statement left a lingering question in the air: had they reached the end of tolerance? Is this the moment when the ice finally cracks? Without pausing, he hammered home his point by repeating the simple yet powerful words: enough is enough. This wasn't just a phrase, it was a warning that their patience had run dry. Could this be the final straw in a long line of provocations? Meanwhile, the rising star of Greenland's future, Jens Frederik Nielsen, who is set to lead after his party's victory on Tuesday, fired back at Trump in his own forthright way. Riding high on the wave of a hard-won electoral win, Nielsen made it clear that the island's destiny would not be decided by outsiders. His passionate words lit a fire of local pride that promised change. Is a new era of self-respect dawning on the horizon? Nielsen didn't mince his words as he called Trump's comments completely out of line. He stressed that such remarks only proved that Greenlanders needed to stand as one, especially in testing times like these. His call for unity resonated deeply, stirring feelings of determination and hope. Will this call for unity hold strong in the face of looming threats? Just a few days later, on Thursday, Trump doubled down on his claims. He insisted that Greenland was crucial for U.S. security and hinted that American troops might soon land on the island. His message, cold and determined, felt like a promise wrapped in a threat, one that sent a chill down the spine of those watching from afar. How will the islanders meet this bold challenge? In a tense Oval Office meeting with NATO's Secretary-General Mark Rutte, Trump confidently predicted, "I think it'll happen," when discussing the annexation of Greenland. His words, delivered with a casual yet ominous tone, left an unsettling mix of anxiety and anticipation in the room. What twist awaits in this high-stakes drama? He went on to stress that the move was driven by national security needs, even suggesting that NATO might eventually have to get involved. This idea of international players stepping into the fray added yet another layer of complexity to an already charged situation. Could global forces soon be drawn into the mix? Trump then reminded everyone that the U.S. already had a military base on the island, a fact he repeated to underline his point. "We have a couple of bases here and plenty of soldiers ready to go. You might even see more coming soon," he warned in a tone that brooked no argument. What does this mean for the peaceful life on the island? Sitting casually on a couch in the Oval Office, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth nodded in agreement. He noted that the Patuxent Space Base, vital for missile alerts and space checks, already played a key role in Greenland's security. Does this military presence hint at deeper ambitions? Trump mentioned that he would discuss the matter further with Rutte, but the NATO chief quickly stepped back, making it clear that NATO should stay out of the debate. Deciding whether Greenland joins the U.S. isn't for NATO to decide, Rutte stated firmly, setting a clear boundary. Will these lines of responsibility hold up under pressure? This isn't the first time Trump has toyed with the idea of using force to redraw boundaries. Back in early January, even before his inauguration, he hinted at using military might not just for Greenland but also for Panama, where control of the canal was at stake. Are these old tactics about to light a new fire? Yet the people of Greenland made their choice loud and clear. In the recent elections, they sent a strong message by rejecting any plan to hand over their island to American control. What dreams of self-rule are stirring in their hearts? Tuesday's vote saw the Democratic Party, a center-right group that has never been in power but is fiercely against a foreign takeover, rise to the top. Their victory underscored a simple truth: the island's future belongs to its own people. Could this be the dawn of true local empowerment? Soon-to-be Prime Minister Nielsen condemned Trump's bid for Greenland to become U.S. territory. "We don't want to be Americans. And no, we're not looking to be Danes either. We are Greenlanders, and we dream of our own future free from control," he declared. He added with quiet resolve, "We want to build our own country on our own terms." Will these words shape a future of independence? This election wasn't just a rebuff to Trump, it was a clear vote for independence, even if that meant parting ways with Denmark. In fact, the runner-up party is pushing for full independence from Copenhagen within 3 years. Is full sovereignty on the near horizon? Trump's interest in Greenland isn't merely symbolic. The island's key spot in the North Atlantic and its treasure trove of minerals, oil, and gas add real weight to his claims. Yet many now live in fear that force might be used to seize control. How long can such fear grip this remote land? Pipaluk Ling, a member of parliament from the ruling United Inuit Party, admitted, "Ever since the new year, many of us have felt scared by his interest." She explained that the island is now turning to Europe, hoping for stronger ties to secure their independent future. Will Europe become the steadfast friend they need? Remember, Greenland is the world's largest island, home to about 56,000 people. Controlled by Denmark for almost 300 years, it became a formal territory in 1953 and earned home rule in 1979. Yet Copenhagen still holds tight to its claims, as Greenlanders continue to use Danish passports, benefit from its healthcare, and enjoy the perks of NATO and EU membership. What bold step lies ahead for this resilient community?